Does starting a budget seems a bit overwhelming to you? No worries, I've got you covered. I've got the simplest budgeting method for you to follow. Come along. Hello beautiful people, it's Tatiana Ivlev from Pipo Living. I welcome you to my channel. If you want to see more videos on budgeting, finance, self-development, then subscribe, hit that like button and you'll get all that useful information. Today we are talking about the simplest budgeting method to follow. It's the 50-30-20 budgeting rule. So what's this method about? This method was popularized by Amelia and Elizabeth Warren. They've described it in their book. The main idea is that you divide your income into three main categories. These categories are needs, wants, and financial goals. So let's see, what do we include into those categories? The needs categories, that's the 50%. The biggest amount of your money will go into this category. This category covers all the things that are absolutely necessary for you to survive. These are the must-pays, must-haves. What can you include into that? That's usually housing, transportation, food, health bills. Also, if you have such obligatory payments as daycare, for example, for your kids. It is also advisable to include into this category the obligatory payments on your debt. And maybe you have some other stuff that you absolutely must pay. So you include it here. It's not all that easy and transparent over here. You need to pay special attention to the categories that you include into needs. Because food, for example, you can include into food wherever you eat. But here we don't include everything you eat. Here we include the basic food, so the groceries. It's mainly the groceries, and eating out, dining out will be here in our wants categories. Okay, now we are in our second category, wants. Finally something tasty. So speaking of tasty, eating out. I would also include here our hobbies, traveling, entertainment. And in entertainment, you should pay attention. It's not only going to movies and to water parks. It is also your Netflix subscriptions, maybe your TV subscription and all that jazz. And we are arriving into our final, the smallest category here, the 20% is our financial goal. What do we include here? Okay, this is the trickiest because it very much depends on the current financial state you are in. If you have lots of debts, then the priority here will be paying off those debts. If you finished paying off your debts or you have some extra money, you need to start building your emergency fund if you haven't done it already. Speaking of emergency fund is the amount of money equivalent to your 3 to 6 or even to 12 months of living expenses, the basic living expenses. You just calculate your living expenses for your month, the basic ones, multiply it by 3, 6 or 12, wherever months you want to be covered, and this is your emergency fund. If you want some more information on that, I've got a video about it, so it's over here, and also the link is in the description. Now that we are finished with paying off debts and accumulating emergency fund, we can move to our next financial goal that can be either retirement or investment or both. In terms of retirement, depending on the country you are in, you're living in, you're paying taxes in, you can have different kinds of retirement plans, or the government covers you, depends on the country, so follow the guidelines of your country. Or you can save for the retirement yourself, build it with investment. It all depends on your priorities. Now that we have finished subdividing all our money into categories, and a quick reminder, the money that we use here is after tax, your net income. So if you don't have your taxes subtract it first and then subdivide it into those categories. We have 50% for our needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for our financial goals. Put all the numbers here that you usually use. You can take all the receipts for the previous month, receipts and bills, and write out all the numbers over here. Then make the totals here and take a look how much percentage do you actually spend. And then if you're overspending in needs and wants, then you definitely need to take a closer look and maybe cut some of them out. And what's our goal here? 20% is really cool if you're saving them, if you're investing them, and paying off debts and saving for emergency fund is also a noble goal. So what's our main goal here? Main goal is to fit into those 50%, 30%, and 20% in all those categories. You can fall into a bit of a trap over here between the first and the second category. You can mix a bit needs and wants. It's like, do you really need that car? Or you can go by bike and you just want it. That's a deep question to think about. And all the other categories can be thought out really thoroughly, especially in the needs category. So after we've divided it, the main goal for us is to increase the financial goals one. So we want to pay off our debts really fast as possible, to create our emergency fund, at least 3 months of living expenses as fast as possible, and to start investing in our better financial future as fast as possible. If you're starting to implement at least this strategy with 50, 30, and 20%, with 20% into investment, then by the time you retire, you'll be a dollar millionaire with several millions because of the magic of compound investing. So start as soon as possible, divide all your expenses into those categories. You'll be good on track, building your better financial future. If you want to know about other types of budgeting, for example, envelope budgeting or zero-based budgeting method, then you can go check out my other videos where I discuss all those methods, who are those methods better for, which one is better for you. Go check them out. The link is here and in the description. And thank you for being with me today. I love you. See you. Mwah.